That's right, Trish. Cancel them all. I'll be in tomorrow. Yeah, great. And no, I can't be reached. Okay, bye-bye. I'm ready when you are.
I have my own car.
Then I'll meet you there.
Rich, I'm very nervous. Are you?
Like I'm gonna have a baby.
That's a good one.
Yeah. Listen, I think the important thing to remember here is that all that matters is the child.
Is she all that matters? I didn't say it. You did not hear me say it. Forget I even said that.
Forgotten.
So, off to the hospital. We're going to Tracy Peters' office, right?
Right? Okay.
I needed to do that.
You didn't hear me complaining either, did you? Come on.
Let's go find out if you're a father. Come in.
Hello, sweetheart.
Dad.
How are you?
Well, I'm fine. What brings you by?
Came by to check on my investment.
Oh, well, I wish you had called first because I could have had Jack bring the books.
No. It's not that kind of investment.
What kind of investment, then?
You.
Oh.
Well, you're rather slow today.
Oh, I just have a lot on my mind.
Work?
No, personal stuff. A good friend of mine's about to find out some very significant news.
I see. And what is this good friend going to find out?
Oh, who the father of her baby is.
Do you mind if I make a suggestion?
All right.
That you pick and choose your friends a lot more carefully.
Dad.
No. You're living with Thorne Forrester now. And he has a very fine reputation. I doubt very seriously if he would approve of this friend of yours.
Okay, Dad. I'll keep that in mind.
My God, Stephanie, I can't believe what an experience it was driving across town with you.
Dr. Forrest, dial 1.
Well, I have to tell you, I prayed a few times that the door would fly open and you'd fly out.
Hello, Tracy.
Hi, Stephanie and Brooke. I was just on my way to the lab.
Can I tag along?
I think you better stay here. I don't want anybody seeing these results until everyone is here. All right? Why don't you have a seat? I'll be right back.
So she's human after all.
Stephanie, please don't start in on me.
You seemed so confident a little while ago.
I am confident.
No, you're not. You're not any more confident about this paternity test than the rest of us.
So why aren't you nervous, Stephanie?
Because I've resigned myself to the fact that whether it's Eric's baby or Ridge's, the whole thing is tragic.
Oh. So I suppose you think I should have had an abortion, hmm?
No, I don't think that. I think you shouldn't have gotten pregnant in the first place.
Well, I never intended to get pregnant.
Oh, really?
I didn't, and will you please stop badgering me?
Oh, all right. What would you like me to do? Tell you how hunky-dory and lovely the whole thing is? Eric or Ridge is going to be the father of your baby?
Stephanie, please. I don't want to discuss this with you right now.
You two are alone in here?
Yes, can you please rectify that?
Sheila?
Hello, Stephanie.
What are you doing here?
Stephanie, Sheila's here because I asked her to come with me.
I thought that this was a private family matter.
We can trust Sheila.
Stephanie, when you think about it, she has as much right to be here as you do.
Oh, I don't think this is anything we need to argue about here.
Eric, I can wait outside just as easily.
No, I don't think that's necessary. Not really, is it, Stephanie?
Whatever you're comfortable with, Eric.
Good. Where's the doctor?
She's down the lab. And she's asked us all to stay here until she comes back and gives us the announcement of the results of the test.
Well, where's Ridge?
Good question. Where is Ridge?
Well, who is this woman, anyway?
Just someone that I met.
Do I know her? No, I wouldn't know her. I had no idea who the father of the baby is.
Thorne knows her.
He does.
Yes. So you don't have to worry about him disapproving because she's also a good friend of his, too.
So how are things going with you and Thorne?
Better than expected.
Well, why wouldn't you expect the very best? The man does love you. And I hope that you've dismissed that crazy notion of yours of clearing up the misunderstanding between Thorne and Macy.
Well, they would be together right now if it wasn't for that misperception.
Regarding Jake McLean.
If Thorne hadn't seen Jake kissing Macy goodbye in her office and then misread the whole moment, well, the rest would be history. And I could have cleared that up.
But you didn't.
I did try.
Honey, life doesn't hinge on a misperception. If Thorne and Macy aren't together, it's for a whole lot of other reasons besides that.
Maybe.
No, definitely. Those two had problems from the very first day they met.
But they do love each other, Dad. I know that for a fact. And that is the problem. If I could just believe that Thorne could ever love me that way.
Sweetheart, of course he does. Listen, he wouldn't be living with you if he didn't have these strong feelings.
Well, that's what I keep trying to tell myself.
And this idea of yours of trying to clear up this misunderstanding between Thorne and Macy.
I gave it up. I mean, it was obvious that neither one of them wanted to listen to what I had to say.
Yeah. Good for them.
Dad, I will not marry a man who doesn't love me, and I mean love me above all others. Even if he cares about me, and I know that Thorne cares about me very much. But if it's not all there, the chemistry, the passion, the desire, if he doesn't feel all of that, if he doesn't need me, really need me, then I'm not going to spend my life with him. He has to love me as much as I love him. And I do love Thorne. It's so powerful. I love him so much.
Logan.
Oh, Rich, I was worried about you.
Test results.
Well, Tracy hasn't announced them yet.
Oh, good.
Where's Taylor?
She has her own car. She'll be here shortly. You seem pretty shook up.
Well, yes, I'm shook up. I mean, this could be the most significant day of my life. It certainly is for my little girl.
Maybe we better go in and find out who her father is.
Okay, but...
But what?
Well, I need to say something to you first.
What is it?
This has been a tough time for you.
For all of us.
Well, especially for you. I mean, you're married, and you and Taylor have had a lot to cope with, thanks to me.
We all hung in there, Logan. We survived, all four of us.
And will continue to survive, no matter what the outcome is.
That's right.
Well, it's no secret that I want this baby to be yours. You and she have shared so many intimate moments. I mean, she's barely a month old, and she's closer to you than most any child is with her father. You delivered her, Ridge. You brought her into this world single-handedly. It was just you and her.
And you, of course, Logan.
No, I was more like an observer. You were the first to touch her, Ridge. You lifted her up out of me. You helped her take her first few breaths. Then, of course, there's a chance that she might not be yours. And if that's the case, then I'm just going to have to take that as a sign.
A sign?
Yes, a sign that I have to give up my main focus of the last 5 years. I guess what I'm trying to say is that if Eric is the father of this baby, and that's what we find out here today, then I swear to you, Ridge, I will not be a burden to you and Taylor anymore. I won't interfere with your marriage. I swear to you, I really mean that. I mean, this could be our last chance. And I guess we'll find out when Dr. Peters announces the test results today. Well, at least I'll know. Well, either way, you're a winner, right? Either you end up with me and a daughter, or you end up with a sister and your wonderful wife.
Brooke.
No, Ridge, no more words, okay? No more words.
Am I too late?
No. No, why don't we, I'll go in and get the word.
You're so young, Karen. This relationship between you and Thorne is just at the early stages. You have to give it time.
Dad, if it's really there, you know from the beginning. And if it's not, you know that too.
Listen, Thorne is with you. He recognizes the potential of this relationship, believe me. I know men, I know the way their minds work.
Anybody home? Bill?
Thorne! Yes, come on in. I was just leaving.
You sure?
She's all yours. And I do mean all yours. See you later.
Bye, Dad.
I guess this is it.
Pretty big moment, I would say.
It's hard not to think about it. Yes, it certainly is. Good. You're all here. Now, let's talk about this paternity test.
You have the results.
Yes, I have the results, Eric. And they're conclusive.
They're lovely, Thorne.
So I take it that I walked in on something.
Oh, what do you mean with Dad?
Yeah, he had that funny little look on his face.
Well, we were just talking about you.
Uh-huh.
He thinks you're the best thing since sliced bread.
I'm the best thing since any kind of bread.
Well, you know, he is very worried about your reputation.
My reputation?
Well, with me befriending a woman who's uncertain as to who the father of her baby is.
He knows about Brooke,
Not by name.
but he feels that she is inappropriate company for you to be keeping.
Well, because, you know, it might reflect negatively upon you.
Oh, I see.
I wonder what is going on over there.
Over where?
At the hospital.
Oh, yeah. I understand the paternity test results are in.
You know, it wouldn't be the end of the world if it turns out to be Ridge's baby.
I don't know how you can say that. Taylor ends up married to a man who's had a child by another woman.
Right now, she's living with a man who's in love with another woman.
My brother loves his wife.
Well, maybe you can't appreciate what it feels like to be in her position. To be living with someone whose thoughts are often with another person. And that is the way it is for Ridge. I mean, he can't help it. I mean, I know he wants to do the right thing, to be loyal. But all the determination and the willpower in the world can't change the way he really feels. He's in love with Brooke. And the sooner he gets out of this marriage, the better it is for everyone concerned, including Taylor.
Okay, that may be true. Maybe. But that's only if this baby turns out to be Ridge's. If this is Dad's baby, this is a whole different ballgame, Karen. Ridge is not going to leave Taylor for Brooke. Ever. That is, if there isn't a baby to motivate him.
You'll notice that I brought chairs for everyone.
Thanks, Tracy. I just as soon stand. Doctor, you said these tests are conclusive. What exactly do you mean?
Well, it means that the test was error-free, and the results prove without a doubt who the father of this baby is.
How can that be? Aren't the genetic markers identical for Ridge and his father?
Well, they're very, very similar, but they're not identical. Ridge has genes from both Stephanie and Eric, while Eric, of course, doesn't have any of Stephanie's genes.
So if the baby has Stephanie's genes, they would have to have come from Ridge.
Yes, which means he would be the father of the baby.
But if the baby doesn't have any of my genes, does that necessarily mean that it's Eric's daughter?
No, it doesn't. It could be that she just didn't inherit those particular traits from Ridge.
Well, if that's the case, how can you tell who the father is? Is it Ridge or Eric?
Well, we have to look more closely. To find a trait that we find in only one of the men, but not both. And as a matter of fact, that's what we ended up having to do.
And you were able to identify a marker in the baby?
That was identical to a marker that we found in one of these men, but not both. But we didn't stop there. We found several genetic markers like that, exclusive to one man. That's why I am so certain of these results.
And what were those results, Doctor?
First, let me say this. Some of you are going to be disappointed with these results. You may even feel that we should run this test again, but I have to warn you, it was very difficult to ensure anonymity the first time. If we performed these tests again, the red flags would go up, not only among the hospital staff, but more importantly, among the hospital board. Now, we took blood from the baby and from Brooke, Ridge, Stephanie, and you, Eric. We then labeled those test tubes, we isolated them, and we performed tests on them with very reliable procedures. There's no question in my mind that these results are valid. So, Brooke, are you ready to hear who the father of your baby is?
Yes, I'm ready. Who is it? Who is the father of my baby?